Hi, I'm Dr. Joe Nemeth. I am a periodontist in Southfield, Michigan. This is Olivia, one of my number one team members that I'm blessed with. And I want to discuss today one of the most common malodor questions that I get, and that is morning breath.
Well, we all do know what morning breath is. We wake up in the morning, we have a weird odor coming from our mouths, even though we may have brushed, flossed, used mouthwash the night before. We're still waking up with something that's, a malodor issue.
Yeah, everybody knows what morning breath is. What causes it? What happens is when you're sleeping, the bacteria in your mouth tend to accumulate because you don't have the normal saliva flow. You're not swallowing as much. Your mouth tends to dry out. And when it dries out, you don't have the normal saliva flow. You're not drinking, you're not eating, you're not doing the things that normally cause those bacteria that cause bad breath to disappear or be washed away. And so if they're not washed away, they're left there, and you are left with morning breath. What about mouth breathing?
Well, so I actually do have a question about that, because we recommend for our patients, and I even sleep with one as a night guard to prevent clenching or grinding at night. And upon talking to some patients report that they can't close their mouth or comfortably when they're relaxed, their mouth opens. So they inevitably end up mouth breathing at night. So is wearing a night guard a cause for concern with malodor?
I don't really think it's a cause for concern. In fact, someone said that since they've been mouth breathing, they seem to have less morning breath.
Oh.
Is that possible? How is that possible? Well, you get air, so the air is exposing these bad breath bacteria to oxygen, and they don't do very well in the presence of oxygen. So it's when your mouth is closed and those bacteria build up and nothing is washing them away or killing them that you end up with morning breath. Now, what's really interesting is when you go through the bad breath treatment at our office, you don't have morning breath. It eliminates those bacteria that cause bad breath so completely that there's not enough of them that can survive to the morning to cause morning breath. So morning breath is extremely common. Almost everyone has experienced it, but it's quite remarkable that when you go through the bad breath treatment here, you do not even have morning breath. What other thoughts or questions do you have?
Well, so I don't know if you've heard about the phenomenon of people taping their mouth shut so they can avoid mouth breathing. I guess, what are your thoughts on that? Is it worth to actually tape your mouth shut at night?
Well, supposedly nose breathing is healthier for you, and it may be, but it's definitely not healthier for morning breath. I don't think it makes any difference, and certainly not in a positive way. So I think it's good to breathe through your nose. I think it's probably healthier in some ways. Taping your mouth shut may have other benefits, which your significant other or spouse may enjoy, like less snoring, maybe not talking in your sleep. So there may be benefits that way, but it doesn't make a difference as far as morning breath is concerned.
So for people who are smokers, is that an elevated risk for malodor as well?
Absolutely. Smoking definitely elevates the risk for morning breath. I mean, smoking elevates the risk for bad breath generally, and certainly elevates the risk for morning breath.
So even if you're not smoking right before you go to bed, even throughout the day, it's still just because the nicotine drying your mouth out?
So the nicotine dries your mouth out. If your mouth is dried, less of the bacteria are removed or washed away, and nicotine has a tendency to dry your mouth out and therefore can contribute to bad breath and morning breath especially.
So also just another follow-up question with this, because vaping contains nicotine, would vaping and smoking be the same when we're talking about malodor?
I think they both contribute to malodor.
Okay.
All I know is everybody's got morning breath. Nobody wants morning breath, but it's part of life for the most part. But as I said, people who go through the bad breath program do not have morning breath, and it's almost a miracle. Any more questions, comments? Morning breath. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll try to keep you posted on the latest and the greatest. There are some other things I want to talk about, which is the new take on alcohol, which is very, very interesting, and I'm going to cover that in an upcoming video. So for Olivia and myself, we wish you a happy and healthy day. And remember, if your mouth's not healthy, there is no way that you can be as healthy as possible. Healthy mouth, healthier body. Have a great day.
Restore your smile and your health. Visit drnemeth.com to schedule your appointment today.